You can see all of my daughter's toys behind me. I just got a lot. And the other day, about a few weeks ago, my wife and I took and cleaned out the rest of her toys just to get ready for Christmas. And as we're going through her toys, there was stuff that she wanted so bad, and she ended up playing with them for like a day or so. Every child, every parent knows that child who your kids who want this toy so bad. They just gotta have it. They saying, "I love this toy so much. I want to play with it, and this and that." And you get it for them, and then after a day or so, they just they stop playing with it. They find it under the bed. You find the pieces missing. It broke. They didn't care about it. It was just something they wanted at the time, but after a while, it was like it was nothing to them. And something as simple as that has redefined what love is nowadays. You see, so many people go into a relationship with that. They just want the idea of a relationship. They just want the idea of love. They just want the idea and the concept of having somebody there at all times. But it's not really love that they feel. It's an infatuation. It's a lust that they feel. They're putting their sexual desires above their feelings, above what is true. That's what Satan has done to a vast majority of the world, and especially relationships nowadays, because look at divorces at a skyrocket. It's the highest it's ever been in years because it's not love anymore. I understand one of the greatest concepts of love is Jesus. You think of what he did for us. The definition of love in that aspect is just selflessness. It's putting yourself below, is putting yourself before anybody. Whenever you're in a relationship, whenever you're married, you're giving your all to your spouse. You're giving everything to your husband, to your wife, to your girlfriend, to your boyfriend. You're giving them everything. And as Jesus said, "I did not come to be served, but to serve." And that's how the mentality that we have to have. That's what love means. Love means to serve somebody else. Love means to give all that you have. Whenever you don't feel like you have anything else left, you're going to continue to give all that you have. But there's been a defining of the world, has been the word has been manipulated by Satan, thinking the complete opposite. Instead of Jesus saying that I came to serve, that we were here supposed to serve other people, nowadays we think love as if somebody's going to serve us. We think as in love as if they're going to give me everything that I want. Whenever the world thinks of love now, oh, they're going to meet all of my expectations. It's all me, 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 me. Love has been redefined as me. Satan has said it's all about you, and it's no longer about the person that you're with. It's no longer about the person who cares about you, because you're expecting everything to be done for yourself. There's no this. It's an independent mentality that we have. It's no longer a unification of a couple, of a marriage. You become one flesh, as the Word of God says. But there's been a complete misconception of what that means. You look at social media, you look at movies, you look at everything that's putting sex above everything. The relation that you have, the infatuation and the lust and the sexiness and the half naked women and men that are plastered all over everywhere, has been the redefinition of what love is. It's it's a disease, it's a cancer to the mindset of the world. Because now you're looking at only looks, now you're looking at only this and looking at that, but the concept of love is gone. The well, went on the how Christ went on the cross for us and took on the nails for us, was the definition of love. But that's not what people think nowadays. They forget that part. Love is selfless. Paul says it perfectly. We all know it. I'm going to read it to you, though. It says, love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not envy. It is not boastful. It is not conceited. It does not act improperly. It is not selfish. It is not provoked. Does not keep a record of wrongs. Finds no joy in unrighteousness, but rejoices in the truth. Bears all things. Believes all things. Hopes all things. Endures all things. Love never ends. It never ends. Christ's love never ends for us. It will never. It says, look at all these things nowadays. Love does not envy. Whenever you're in a relationship, if you're looking at somebody else's relationship thinking, man, I want that. My God doesn't do that for me. My God doesn't do this for me. That ain't love, man. That's not love to want what another couple has. Because that's their life. Don't let someone else's life define your relationship. What else does Paul say? Paul says it is not boastful, it is not conceited, it is not selfish. It's like I was just saying before. That's what it is. It is nowadays. It's all about me, no longer about you. It's all about what I want and not what do they need. It's all about me. It's selflessness that Satan has got into so much of the world's mind to say it's all about you. Man, yeah, when you get in that relationship, yeah, they're going to do everything for you. They're going to do this for you. They're going to do that for you. That's not love, man. That is not love. That is not how Christ made us, define love for us. Man, love is selfless. Love is picking up that dirty dish and seeing. Love is putting up clothes. Love is doing everything that you can to help the other person. Not expecting anything in return. Because Christ said whenever you give, you better not expect anything in return, for this is what sinners do. Whenever you love somebody, you're going to give them everything you have. You know what? I don't care what you have to give for me. Because by you doing that, and they doing the same thing, well, then y'all going to know that y'all love each other. But if you continue to be conceited and selfish and provoking each other and saying, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that, oh my God, why didn't you do that? It's okay to get frustrated sometimes. And that's the other thing. Love keeps no record of wrongs. Love is forgiving. Divorce is at an all-time rate because they have one argument nowadays, and that's it. Let's go get a divorce. It's so much easier. I don't want to do this anymore. That's not love. But we think it's love. Realistically, that's why God said that sex was for a married couple, not a dating couple. He said it complicates the situation even further. And Satan knows this, and he gets inside people's minds whenever he sees these things and these acts being committed, because he knows he can use that as leverage to further debilitate the relationship that God may have for that person. It's self-control. You want to know what love is? Perfect example. If you're in a relationship right now, and you go up to whoever you're dating right now and say, I don't want to have sex anymore till we get married. See how many relationships actually last. Because there's going to be so many that just end. Because that's what they want. It's all about them. It's only about that one thing. That's it. It's wrong and it's horrible to say, but man, it's so true. That's what so many relationships right now are based upon, is sex. Is intimacy, is lust, is infatuation. But is it really for the pleasing of somebody else, or is it really for the pleasing of themselves? It's become selfish. It's all about me. Don't be so conformed to what Satan is trying to redefine. God set the standard. He set the foundation of love. He set what the definition of love was on the cross.